المخلوقة اللهم صل على محمد بيداد أشعار الموجودة اللهم صل على محمد بيداد حروف الله وتعافتي اللهم صل على محمد.
Why they keep on calling my name?
Peace, this is Bearded Heru and everything is real. And I'm with my brother Bilal for episode 3. Yes, sir, the Legends of the Homeland Village, and this just a Sunday build. We finna chop it up on, was Muhammad a real person? Let's talk about it, bro.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Inna alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Fancy ones. Heru always hit me with the tough ones, man. Is the Prophet Muhammad a real person? Yes. How so? We have to go back and use things the way we were doing back in the motherland, where your name actually meant something. Whereas today, on paper, when I sign stuff at Geico, I have to put Tavares, but I don't know what a Tavares is from the West African standpoint because it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't have any symbolism to it at all. But if we were to break down that title, Muhammad, again, title Muhammad, like not so much as a name, Muhammad, you get 2 parts. You get the word Mu, and then you get Ha Mim Dal, or HMD. So Mu means or denotes one, or one who is, a person who is, and Hamd, Alhamdulillah. Hamd means praise or praiseworthy. So Muhammad is one who is praised or one who is praiseworthy. So open your Quran, figure out what he was doing in it. He came to correct the adab or the character of man, to instill in man praiseworthy actions, things that can get man wusul or oneness with Allah. Who is the one who is praiseworthy then? Who is the one that is praiseworthy? If the one in the Quran is the one who was sent here to you to give you the praiseworthy actions, and his name that you say every day in all of your prayers is Muhammad, one who is praiseworthy, and he is given the same thing to you to make you Hamid, or one who is praiseworthy, then again, who is Muhammad?
Another question, man. Is the spirit and the person the same thing in regards to Muhammad? Is the spirit and actual person the same thing when it comes to the Prophet Muhammad?
Is the spirit, the principle, and the person the same? The spirit is that thing from the source that possesses the praiseworthy traits and the actions that emanate through the person. The Western mind state has us thinking that I'm this thing walking around playing with these beads all day. Like, that's me. So now, even before I can determine what this title means, I've already separated from it by identifying it as this lump of flesh, this flesh spacesuit, this clump of earth atoms in the food I ate for dinner yesterday, instead of the thing on the inside of it that makes it be. What in the world is that? So if I take an apple and I bite into it and I eat it until there's nothing but the core left, something on the inside of me takes the pieces of that apple and digests it, turns parts of it into human cells, repairs little parts of me that I scratched or something that's wrong on the inside, and when it gets done adding the little bits and pieces of that apple to this human body, it gets rid of what it can't digest, and I flush it down the toilet. Now, if that ain't a praiseworthy action going on the inside of me right now that I don't have to even orchestrate, all I have to do is bite the apple. And it happens. I don't have to look down and say, all right, stomach, I'm going to need for these little jets to squirt a little acid on this apple I just ate now. And I don't have to do that. Allahu Akbar. I don't have to do that. That is a praiseworthy action. It's an unseen praiseworthy action, but me as man, I can possess seen praiseworthy actions. So if I catch a glimpse of somebody walking through the windows right here and it's an elderly lady, of course we're building right here on the video, but if no one else was around to open that door up, we would have to pause this video so I could get up to open that door. If I don't see anybody else doing it, that is an outwardly praiseworthy action. Who is Muhammad? So it exists on the paper, on the lines, in between the lines, on the outside of you from your actions that people can see, and also as an unseen process on the inside of you that allows you to portray those actions on the outside. Who is Muhammad? Who is Muhammad?
One more question, man. Like I said, for the past couple of years, when it comes to studying, man, and really doing some research, man, and really going that extra step to find out exactly your true path and the path that you on. Hey, man, could you explain to the people how important it is to study?
When it comes to studying and doing anything, it has to be done in remembrance of God, or for the sake of God, or for the face of God, or for something from God that you can do to uplift yourself or somebody else. So with some of this knowledge that you can get, that the majority of all the prophets told us to go travel east. Buddha was teaching something different in the East than Krishna was teaching in the East. So why would I stay in this part of the East and feel comfortable with this and not go experience this? If you're able to study a bunch of different schools of thought, I guarantee you can take the same shovel and dig a hole in each of those different schools of thought, and you will find the same dirt. You're going to find the same dirt inside of those holes coming from those schools of thought. So it doesn't matter whether I dig a Buddhist hole. It doesn't matter whether I dig a Buddhist hole. It doesn't matter whether I dig a Hindu hole. It doesn't matter whether I dig a Christian hole or a Muslim hole or a Yoruba hole or an Ifa hole, or dig a hole shaped like Quetzalcoatl from Central America, or dig a hole shaped like John Smith from the Mormon belief system. It's still going to be the same dirt inside of that hole. That same dirt is essentially the principle of what we study in Islam. Main principle is Tawheed, oneness of Allah.
So you just go on my page.
That also goes out on the next level when it comes down to the prophets. We don't make any distinction between any of them. If you ask a Muslim, does he believe in Jesus? Muslims love Jesus. Because if a Muslim does not love Jesus, he cannot be a Muslim based on the creed that he's saying that he's upholding. Because we love all of those prophets, then we show no distinction between them. So there is no love held for one more than the other.
And we're going to wrap it up on this episode. Hey, man, this studying, is that a part of a ritual, or is that a part of a routine, or does that go together for you? Like studying and reading and meditating, is that all a part of your daily rituals, along with you giving your prayers every day?
Yeah, it is. So if I kept asking that question, then who is Muhammad? I'll try to answer it without saying it. So the practices, the rituals, the meditations, and the emulations, like all of those really do matter. So in the Quran, it talks about when the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was meditating up in the caves. Meditating up in the caves right before the first revelation was given to him. He got no revelation from God until he sat down, stopped talking, and shut up and listened to what God had to say. When he got finished with that, what did he do? He brought that peace to the people from the top of the mountains. So don't seek it all just for yourself, because it's not going to do you any good if you don't use it to uplift the people around you. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, also says, seek ye knowledge even if it be into China. This is probably as far for these as they knew back then, but it's symbolic. Don't stay in one book. Don't stay in the Bible. Don't stay in the Quran. Don't stay in the Torah. Don't stay in Yoruba. Don't stay in the Zulu nation. Don't stay in Coptic Christianity. Don't stay in Hinduism. Don't stay in Buddhism. Don't stay in Jainism. Don't stay in Mormonism. I could keep going. Y'all get where I'm going with that. All right. Don't stay in any of them. But if one of them crosses your path, even if you don't take it in to embody it and fully practice it to make it a part of you, study it just for basic understanding. Because when you get to the next spot where you're going to dig a hole at, you're going to find the same dirt in that hole. And that same dirt in that same hole is Allah. The dirt is the hole is, the shovel is, the person digging the hole, and the place where the energy comes from that allows the person to dig it is Allah. Tawheed. La ilaha illallah.
And like I said, there was episode 3 with my brother Bilal of the Legends Homeland series. Hey man, anything else you want to put out before we wrap this episode up, brother Bilal?
Actually, yeah. Just a short little prayer from Sheikh Avenue Bamba. I'll say it real quick in Arabic, but I'll translate it in English so y'all can really see how powerful some of this stuff is from West Africa, and you can comprehend what number he was trying to get these prayers sent up to. So it starts off, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin bi'adadi anfasu makhlukati. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin bi'adadi ash'ari mawjudati. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin bi'adadi hurufillahi wa ta'akhwati. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin bi'adadi al-bidayati wa nihayati min al-muhdumi wa mawjudi illa batila badi. Wa sallallahu ala khairil khalqihi Muhammad wa alihi ajma'in. So just a little piece of it to show you where the prayer is going to. Oh Allah, send prayers upon Muhammad, who is Muhammad. Oh Allah, send prayers upon Muhammad in accordance to the number of breaths in creation. The number of breaths in creation. Send prayers and peace to Muhammad in accordance with the number of breaths in creation from beginning to where we at now. Think about this. People are still breathing. Who knows that number? Allah knows that number. You think he ain't gonna send no prayer down here in accordance with that? Oh Allah, send peace and Allah, send prayers upon Muhammad in accordance with the number of people in creation. There's probably somebody that thinks they knows a lot about population and whatnot, studying world growth and whatnot and demographics, and think they can estimate how many people are on the earth right now. Right now though, but in creation, since the first one popped up out of, since the first Adam, can't talk about how many other ones there are, but since the first Adam, from now, how many people are in creation and how many people know that number? Nobody knows that number. Allah knows that number. Oh Allah, send prayers upon Muhammad in accordance with the number of stars in creation. What? Alright, I'm done trying to count, man. I'm done trying to count. But when you realize that there's a source that has the ability to send peace and prayers in accordance with a number that our mind can't comprehend, and that it's not so much in a person on the outside of you or an idol or something that you worship. It's something that is on the outside of you, that is on the inside of you. It is you. You're standing on it. You're standing in it. You're breathing in it, and you're exhaling it. And that's Allah.
Peace.
Peace.
Why they keep on calling my name?